When a teacher like me is ready to quit, things are really bad. I am the quintessential great teacher. Perfect scores on evaluations. Teacher of the Year. Mentor. 2 decades in sort of teacher. I'm the teacher who believes in helping all students learn. Who holds kids accountable. Who has been safe harbor for students on the brink of suicide. I'm the coat-buying teacher. The meal-serving teacher. The come early and stay late teacher. I'm the type A, obscenely adorable classroom decor teacher who all the kids treasure. I'm the teacher whose morning routine includes saying to myself in the rear view, if you get shot today, it will be worth it. If you can keep one bullet from hitting a kid. And I'm quitting. There is nothing anyone could possibly do or say to convince me to stay in the classroom. Or frankly, even in educational reformation-related jobs, because suddenly, I see that teaching as an emotionally abusive, deeply problematic field that conditions educators to believe that their job requires self-sacrifice and self-harm. Our districts have no stomach for being our advocates. And parents don't care if their children are taught by qualified educators or random untrained adults of any background. So, I'm out. AMA. Or tell me you're bummed for us. Or just keep fighting for the teachers you know. 'Cause they may not be teachers for very much longer. Ditto. Hit the wall in 2017 after 19 years. 2 National Teaching Awards. Commercials in campaigns. Mentor. Home visits. Blog. Etc. I will never, ever go back. I mourned for over a year, but I am so much happier now. Thank you for doing the hard work for as long as you did. I understand. I resigned last month after 7 years, and I would describe myself as that great teacher to have. It was like the weight of the world was lifted off immediately. I've left many jobs and never felt happier than after leaving teaching. I hope the same for you and you are taken care of. Good luck. If you're leaving teaching now after this long, know that you're my hero. If you're someone else reading this that is staying in teaching after all this, know that you're also my hero. I see that teaching as an emotionally abusive, deeply problematic field that conditions educators to believe that their job requires self-sacrifice and self-harm. I am also a teacher. And this is extremely well put. Best of luck to you in whatever you end up doing. I'm taking the cowardly path. Like you, I'm about 2 decades in NBCT and all that. I've decided to become comfortably numb. Going to do a decent job. But I'm not going that extra step like I would have even 5 years ago. Just going to mail it in and cash their checks. As a teacher of 11 years, I've always said that teachers leave because they care too much. Have to have a balance. Realize you can't save the world. And work in a district that will pay you fairly. If I could quit right now, I would. It's a thankless, soul-crushing job and I've never been so miserable. All people do is scream at me. This is FC King Sad Man. Really, really sad. I get it. I taught for 2 years right out of college and it's the hardest job in the world. Never feel bad for leaving the profession. You already gave way more than most people ever could. I hope your next chapter is better for you. I hope you find your place where you can feel fulfilled, respected, and happy. Good luck. My mom was a teacher in Ontario, Canada. When she retired over 20 years ago, she was making $75,000 a year. The fact that teachers in the States are paid so low is an actual travesty. I'm so sorry for you. Best of luck on whatever you do moving forth. I feel you. I'm in year 14 of teaching. I've been Teacher of the Year. The local news has spotlighted me in their puff pieces. But many of us always would have said it's teachers against the world. That mantra has never been more true than in these times. It's very draining, disheartening and angering to have to continue success in spite so much, including other teachers who are not willing to fight or make a move or make a difference. I briefly went on special assignment and struggled so much with an identity crisis. It's definitely a reason I am staying in teaching. But if I get inspired as to what a positive next move might be, I'm out. I admire your courage. It's only my second year, but I'm calling it quits at the end of the school year. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. Teachers and nurses, both heavily women fields, and this is not an accident, have been the most abused and taken advantage of groups through the pandemic and before. I'm so glad that so many of you are seeking out better and leaving an abusive dynamic, while selfishly sad and worried inside because who will be left to be teachers for my children or provide excellent nursing care? But I get that it's part of the point. Continue to degrade the education system so it can be privatized and destroyed. Teachers have always been expected to be martyrs. Work themselves to death while being underpaid. Literally take a bullet from a school shooter. Now die from the plague to provide childcare so we don't hurt the stock market. Teachers are supposed to take any insult and abuse with a smile on their face, and never ask for or complain about anything. If you don't, then you don't care about kids, and you should just quit. Now teachers are quitting, and they can't figure out why there's a shortage. How did it get so bad? Not long ago, it was a profession that had a lot of respect among people. And why is teacher pay so low even in blue states with union backing? I did 10 years and that was enough. I realized I was nothing more than a babysitter and was never advocated for. Teaching was my dream career, too. It just didn't work out. This has me so worried for my kids to start public school. I think we've totally fucked teachers in this country and there will only be bottom of the barrel people left. My husband is in the same boat. He's ready to throw a graduate degree, tenure and his experience out the window to save his sanity. Some of his coworkers have literally taken to drinking. Parents fight him tooth and nail about their child's right to have their phone and taking it away. For the rest of his class is theft. He's watched his coworkers get hit in the face, sworn at so badly a sailor would wince, and students treating teachers and other kids with less than zero respect. That's a good day. I work in a hospital. I gown up for COVID patients. I run into coding rooms with determination and a prayer, and I still feel worse for him on most days. I've seen my husband go from the teacher who hopped out of bed to a man who texts me midday with a countdown to number of hours left before he's home. Just like Op. My husband would tell you as much as he loves his wife. If necessary, he's saving his students from a bullet. When full in-person started up again, we made sure our wills were up to date. Teaching is far from wholesome. It's psychological warfare. I don't know how to help other than to support him. The deck is stacked against teachers. Teachers have zero support. None. Even things for his classroom he spends his own money on. Admin sides with enabling parents. They want kids pushed through classes. They don't want educators who advocate for kids. They want staff who show up and take abuse all day with a smile. If anyone visits our Amy the asshole, 98% of teachers posting will get roasted by users who tell teachers it's their job, and you should not be allowed around children ever again, or you chose this career and now you want to complain. It's disturbing. Op. You're an amazing human being. You've made a tough decision, but I have no doubt you're doing what's best for you. Our teachers are heroes. Dealing with 30 kids at once is a superpower. Know you. And every teacher gets nothing but love and support from so many people. I'm so sorry you didn't get what you needed and so grateful for the time you put in. I'm sorry we're failing you as an educator and as a human being. We're so blessed to have you. Heart Sunflower. I know it's a different job, but I feel similarly as a children's librarian in a public library. I work way more than I'm paid in. Especially during the COVID pandemic. Am expected to go above and beyond. Do more with less. And disregard my own boundaries and well-being constantly. And then get to hear from the library board that instead of hiring more staff to replace librarians, master's degree required, that have left, we should just use volunteers. I feel for you and all of the teachers. But there's only so much that you can give before you break. You need to put on your own oxygen mask first. And when you're not allowed to do that, then that's when you have to get out. I really wish that our society valued our children enough to treat teachers well. And I can imagine it must be heartbreaking to feel like you have to walk away from the students you love in order to protect your own well-being. Society is so fucked. OMG, me too! Exclamation mark. Holy cow, I am so shocked to read exactly what I'm going through.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.